been doing, okay? But I wanted to try something new, so you have to let me know how it goes. So thank you so much, and let us see what is going on for our Scorpios in love. We're going to do a general love reading first, and then we will do the career spread, all right? All right, so let's get into it. Hello, hi. I was like, oh, we'll see if any Scorps come up. So yes, 2 Scorps in the house. So happy birthday. Oh my gosh, happy birthday. We are stepping into Scorpio season, my favorite. So yeah, let's get into it. 3, okay, 2, and 1. All right, let's see what's going on with our Scorpios in love. See what's going on for our Scorpio love. All right, oops. So we have the Hangman. So there's some indecision here. All right, there is some things not being said. All right, there's also a shift in perspective, trying to see something from another person's view. But I'm really getting the stronger energy of not knowing what to do, just feeling very stuck, feeling very, I have this information and I don't know what to do with it. And honestly, or I have this information and I'm going to hold on to it. All right. I don't want to let my guard down. I don't want to... In other words, I'm just going to be a Scorpio. Thank you, Crosswatcher. Yes. All right, so let's see. 3, 2, oops, and 1. Alrighty, let's see what's going on. So we have I like this, the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Cups, the 3 of Cups to the High Priest. Oh my gosh, wow, a lot of Piscean energy here. Oh man, there's so many cards coming from the bottom of this deck. I'm gonna pull it just because I know that there's a cross watcher here. And I guess I'm a cross participant because I'm very much interested in a Scorpio, so I'm curious to see what comes up. So the first energies that we have, though, are the Fool, the Ace of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. So there's a lot of passion here. I think there's a shared mutual, so it can be a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio that you are connecting with, or just somebody with a very kind of maternal energy. Somebody who you see as emotional, but like emotionally stable, Scorpio. And I just feel like there's like this heightened passion that's happened. Now, here's what I'm getting. Now, here's the thing that I'm really getting. I feel like you've encountered this person before, and particularly a Pisces. Like, this is a reconciliation, a divine reconciliation that is kind of bigger than you, bigger than the other person. I'm sensing here like a soulmate type energy. But there's somebody who both of you guys are wanting to reunite, okay? All parties are want to come together, all right, and build something tangible. And I think that even if it's not children, for some of you guys, it could be children. But for others of you, it is like a project of some sort that you will treat as if it was a child. And so there's just been a call to communicate truth, right? Like I said, we started off with that Hangman and the 4 of Pentacles. And I feel like now there's just a divine guidance that you will be okay, Scorpio, to speak your piece and kind of end this cycle, right, with the Tower and the 10 of Swords, okay? But I feel like there is some communication that has either come in. This could be communication that you've received and have yet to respond to, or vice versa. This is you finally opening up and letting this other person know how you feel, because I do imagine that there has been very, very close. Oh, yeah, I forgot the moon was here. Oh yeah. There have been feelings, especially here, that have been very hidden and unseen. But I just see this ending. I see this coming crashing down. I feel like the passion that is between this connection, all right, the things that are expected of this connection are going to supersede the fears that are being held, right? And so I do imagine with this, I'm kind of imagining a lot of Libra energy in particular. So a lot of communication, a lot of things coming to the forefront that were hidden, are going to start making themselves known. And this particularly has to deal with feelings, passion. I feel like this was a situation that possibly started off as, you know, first, and then it probably grew and blossomed. I want to say blossomed into something a little bit more, more like you unknowingly stumbled upon somebody that you particularly had a really deep bond and connection with, probably in a past life, like, and you unwittingly stumbled upon this like landmine. And I feel like it's been brewing, and now it's just to a fever pitch, right? It's to a fever pitch. Okay, so that's all the underlying energy that we had. That's not even the actual spread, but let's get into it. I'm sure that it'll just say more of the same. But yeah, there is a need here for some sort of thing that's underlying to be brought and communicated to the forefront. That's the only way. That's the only way that this will make it to see the light of day, is through communication. Okay, open, honest communication, for real. Judgment, right off the rip. That's exactly what I was just saying. That is exactly what I was saying. This is the time for judgment. This has to be brought to the light. And the only way that that's going to happen is if the trumpet is sounded. All right, and there is communication that has to be held. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles. The Death card. There we go. Scorpio energy. So are we here or are we here, Scorpios? The Ten of Cups. I love. The Queen of Wands as the heart of this reading. I love. The Page of Cups. All right. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Swords. It started off so great. And then it went so left. No, but I feel like that's kind of how this connection feels. And I don't even necessarily see that this is bad. Like I said, the fears here, like the fears, these two fives, the Five of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles and the Five of Swords, these underlying fears, these currents that you have, it's trumped by the need for judgment and resolution. I do sense that there's a fear, and for the cross watchers, there is a fear of commitment here because there's a fear of abandonment. It's just like you don't get abandoned if you never sign on to anything. And I feel like Scorpio in the past, you know, and this energy can go vice versa, however many ways. It's just like there's a legitimate fear to invest in something and then get left alone and feel like you have egg on your face. Like you're like, I cannot win. Like every time I open up to somebody, they end up leaving me in the dust. And I feel like they know intuitively, Scorpio, you know intuitively that this person is different, but you don't know necessarily how, and you don't necessarily want to invest in another relationship again because you're scared of the outcome. And so that's where the thing comes, that's where the him and Han is coming from. But I honestly see, with the Queen of Wands being the heart of this reading, I just see a very confident, you know, just right, and just kind of going for it and jumping in, right? Because there is opportunity for long-term stability with the Ace of Pentacles here and the Ten of Cups. But I'm just seeing this judgment call, this commitment that's coming in. It's like one of those things where once you commit to this person, Scorpio, and once this person commits to you, then that's it for a very long time. It's like both of you guys are done. You guys are willing to put into the work, okay? And I just sense a really strong personality coming through. And I'm also sensing children too. So this could be somebody that you have children with, almost had a child with, could have had a child with, wants to have a child with, right? I could see some sort of, this is very specific, but I could see some sort of miscarriage that happened in the past, or maybe even possibly like an abortion or something of that nature, where the child never got to see the full potential, and possibly that's where some isolation came in, or like it just triggered some feelings because something was started and it didn't come to completion. So there might have been some stumbling there. There might have been some, I don't know, but I do sense a second chance. I sense a second coming. I sense leaving all of this in the past and actually moving forward and heading directly towards the Ten of Pentacles, right? I'm feeling confident in that. I'm at the 10 of Cups. I'm sorry. The 10 of Cups, but it could easily be the 10 of Pentacles, starting off with the Ace of Pentacles. There's an opportunity here for some real long-term commitment, but it's been through transformation for sure. There's been a transformation. And I really think that this death has to deal directly with fear of being abandoned and being left and being misunderstood. I feel like there's just been some miscommunication when it comes specifically to feelings. Excuse me. There might be an apology that needs to be said to kind of kickstart this. I feel like somebody, Scorpio, you, I feel like somebody is holding on to their emotions, and they're at this point know very, very much so that they have to make a move in order to keep it pushing, okay? So that is what I got for you, Scorpio, as far as like the love goes. Yeah, just to kind of summarize it, there's a need for justice. There's a need for communication here that somebody has been holding on to. And I think that somebody is patiently waiting for this to come in, especially with the High Priestess and the Moon. They feel like it's coming, so it's like you're not keeping them you're not keeping anything from them, Scorpio. They feel your energy. You guys are very much intertwined energetically. This again could be a soulmate here, especially with the 6 of Cups. This could be a soulmate here. Somebody from a past life relationship. So you're not, just because you're not speaking doesn't mean that you're hiding anything. They're just waiting for you to actually say your piece, so then this part of the relationship can end and it can move to something else, or they can move on. If you're not interested, you have that out too. They're just waiting for you to say something, because I feel like you just kind of I'm going ghost, and you never had that very imperative communication that both of you are seeking. So that is what I got for the love portion of this reading. And I honestly, you know what, I wasn't going to, and you're the first people that I'm doing this for. So I'm going to pull some love oracles too, because I've been called to pull. Woo. All right, so we have, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others, right? So this is all about getting out of that headspace. Don't do something based on guilt. And for some of you guys, I just got this is pretty specific, Scorpios, but for some of you, yeah, look at this face. Yeah, it's very somber. For some of you guys, you feel guilty about what happened in the situation in the past. Like I said, for a lot of you guys, this isn't necessarily an ex, it just is a relationship that never took off. You feel really guilty about how everything went down in the past, and so you think that you don't deserve this person, and so you were kind of punishing yourself. You're like some martyr. I don't think that that is up to you. I think that that's up to the Judgment card. I think that that's up to the other person. I think all you can do is let them know how you truly feel, regardless of what you think the outcome will be, regardless of if you even think that you deserve this person. Let them know, because I think that they've forgiven the mistakes that you keep beating yourself up for. They've moved past it, especially coming up as the Queen of Cups. There's a very nurturing, forgiving nature, and they're coming from a very solid place of understanding. And I think that that is A, why you're so attracted to them, because they are so strong in that sense. And B, I think that they're waiting for you. Again, they're waiting for you to come through, so there's no need to feel guilt or pressure. It happened. Whatever it was, it happened. Let it go. Move forward. You know, that fixed energy. Do not become a martyr for your past actions when this person isn't even putting you on trial, if that makes sense. Yeah, that was very specific, but yeah. And then we have, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there was always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. That's exactly what I was speaking on. I don't have to reiterate, but yeah. Oh my gosh. And this was a flipper that I didn't even know I had. I didn't even see this card. New beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. And that is one thing that a Scorpio knows is passion. Don't get caught up or bogged down on shoulda, coulda, woulda. You know, we have reflection here. Don't get caught up on, oh my gosh, I was such a horrible person. You know, everything happens for a reason. That was a part of y'all's journey. Now it's time to come back together, talk about it, and let it go. But you gotta open up, Scorpio. You gotta open up. The Cancer was like, you gotta do it. Whatever it is. For you, Scorpio, it's like, you gotta open up. All right? As far as your love life is concerned. Okay? All right. So that's what I got for your love, Scorpio. So now we are going to move into career and finance and see what is going on there. Ooh, great sign. Love that. Keep pushing is what I just heard. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. It's going to get better. 3, 2, and 1. All right, what is going on for our Scorpios in career and finance, please? Uh-oh. 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 Right, so we have the Page of Swords and the 7 of Wands. Do your research. Do your research is kind of what I'm getting. With this particular combination, this is all about gathering information. It can be a card of spying, but I'm not necessarily getting the spying energy. I'm just getting that, like, yeah, do your research. I can't. I don't know what else to say. So I'll see what else comes up. Maybe it'll come up in the actual spread. And for some of you guys, I just got like, you have to do your research because like you're planning on living somewhere or moving or relocating with the 4 of Wands. So setting up a foundation elsewhere. Just make sure that you have all the information. Woo. Yeah, the 8 of Cups. So some of you guys are moving, traveling, distance, okay? Make sure that you're doing all the information that you can. I just got, this is really specific, but some of you guys are considering moving somewhere that's literally in the middle of a civil war. And so, like, especially if you're going overseas, like, there's some sort of conflict, and I'm getting political conflict. Yeah, so be very aware that you don't want to unwittingly walk in on, like, in, like, the middle of some not so great things. Yeah. Especially if you're thinking about doing something that's towards Europe or the Middle East is what I got. I just got somewhere hot. Just you're thinking about moving somewhere hot and it's really in the middle of a very political. It could be South America too, where it's just in the middle of like some real political corruption. You got to do your research. All right. And for some of you guys, I just got to there's something that's going on in your home, like where your family's from, okay? And it's still tied to political. So make sure that you're on top of that because your ancestors are asking you to either bring awareness to it or to donate in some way because they're going through some political turmoil. And yeah, but it's something about your roots, your ancestry, where your parents are from, particularly if you're an immigrant, something of that, okay? Somebody have to let me know if that resonates, so we'll see. All right, so the underlying energy we have is the 7 of Pentacles, okay? So this is all about patience, waiting, amen. Oh my gosh. 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 This is beautiful. All right, Scorpios. So you've done the work. You've invested, right? I finally see it coming up. You're going to be, particularly if this is finances, your finances are going to be very, very, pretty good. Pretty good. You're going to be very happy. You're going to have a nice cushion to sit on. Like if you've been trying to save money, you're actually going to be able to start saving. You're just going to get a wish fulfillment. You're going to see some clarity. So much so be careful not to overindulge, okay? Be careful not to go crazy with the 9 of Cups here. That can be a semblance of just like doing the most. Scorpios are very fixed energies too, so I do know that you can do discipline, but because you've waited so long for this, I'm just saying don't go buck wild. Go wild, don't go buck wild, okay? But there is going to be clarity brought to a situation that you've been waiting for, right? The Wheel of Fortune to the 9 of Cups. I love it. I love it. I love it to the Ace of Swords, all right? It's very powerful, okay? And then you have Page of Wands to the Lovers and the Knight of Swords. So, again, there could be a decision that comes in that has to do with your passion. For some of you guys, your romantic life is tied to your work life, whether you recognize it or not, because the person that you could possibly be coming into contact with, like I said, there is another business at hand. Okay, so yeah, so the quicker that you clear up your love situation and open up in that way, you'll have a lot of clarity and insight on your finance, because the person that you could be dealing with, this is again a tie connection, a very passionate connection. This has to do with creativity. So if you're like a creative Scorpio, right, and you've been dealing with somebody who's like a singer or whatever, and you've been trying to form a band, you guys might actually be able to form a band together. You guys are on the same wavelength and page. So again, this is just causing attention to being open to communication to someone that you feel passionately about. All right, and this is also a symbol of there could be a decision that has to come up that has to do with travel specifically. All right, so we have the Three of Swords, the Four of Swords, wow, the Moon, the Sun, aha, the Moon and the Sun, the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Swords, the Empress, the Knight of Pentacles, and last but not least, we have the Six of Pentacles. And I saw your wow. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Yeah, all right. Oof. There's a lot. Scorpio, I don't know what else to say other than like, don't be a martyr. Do not be a martyr. Now's not the time. I feel like, yeah, you're just holding on to so many past traumas. And I do want to congratulate you and really like kind of say I'm very proud of you, because I feel like you're dealing with it. You dealt with it. You took some time for yourself actually, and you were like, look, you know, something has to give, something has to change. I can't get caught up in the same routine. Now, here's where I challenge you to keep pushing, Scorpio. It's like that's only part of your evolution, is to acknowledge the problem and state it. The answer is not to just cut yourself off from feelings, emotions, people. The thing is, the answer is to try again and do something different than what you've done in the past. That should be the wheel of fortune. That should be the change that you have. It shouldn't be that you should forever live, you know, with this ball and chain of guilt. And this is in work, this is in everything else, because the same energies are present. But there is just a very subconscious energy that's going on that's really preventing you from honestly seeing the sun and your true power, Scorpio, because you're holding on to past mistakes. It's time to let it go. I guess it's the fixed energy, probably. You know, I'm a Taurus moon, so that fixed energy where you keep reliving the past over and 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 over again, and you keep punishing yourself for it, and just like, if only I did this, if only I was this person. Cut it. You need to cut it. It's over. It's done. There's no need. There's a new beginning. You're being called to start again with this Ace of Wands. And I consider this Scorpionic energy too, because your ancient ruler is Mars. So this is all about following your passions and your desires and putting a practical plan to it. And I think, Scorpio, you have done enough reflection. You've done enough healing, right? I meant never enough healing. I don't want to say that, but you've done the work. It's not like you pushed past this. Now you're just teetering on that part where it's just like, either do you continue to sulk in it, sit in it, and you don't ever move on, or do you take these lessons as a strategy and as a game plan to move forward confidently and understand your own power and your own worth and how you should in fact move forward and be confident in that forward movement. All right, because we do have the Knight of Pentacles here with this Ace of Wands. So I appreciate that too. Again, the Sun over the Empress. My goodness, this is divine feminine energy. This is divine like manifestation. All right, I'm just picturing so much excitement about what it is that you're doing and where you're headed. Sorry, my grandma's doing, I don't know, sorry you can hear that. But it's just moving on. Then we have the Six of Pentacles here. And this is all about coming into balance. All right. And receiving those gifts that you want from the universe. So really what I'm getting, Scorpio, from this particular spread is you've invested, you've waited, you've sat alone for the time that you wanted to. Now you're going to be kind of at this crossroad as to how you're going to move forward. You can continue to sulk and you can continue to punish yourself. There's no need. No one is asking you to do that. not spirit, not anything. That'll just be your own personal vendetta. And you know, it's a Scorpio. You're Scorpios. So I'm not going to be the one to try to tell you to do anything different than what it is that you feel, you know, with that fixed energy. But I am getting a really strong sense that it is time to move on. It's time to accept the blessings. The past is the past, and it's just that. You can't do anything to change your situations. All you can do is strategize and plan on how you're going to move forward. So yeah, please try to release these restless nights that you're having where you're just kind of beating yourself up. There's nothing that you can do. There's a new beginning here. We have 2 aces and the Wheel of Fortune. There's just a new beginning here. You can decide. There's a choice that you can come into where, do you want to sit pretty, or do you want to be depressed, you know, because there is a very awesome energy and group that's coming in for you. Yeah. So that's what I got for you, Scorpio. That is awesome. I really hope that you are able to find your next path. I am going to do your oracles. And look at that. We have regeneration at the bottom of this deck before I even touch it. And that is your energy, okay? So I do appreciate you guys. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for your continued support. Also, please check out the description box below on information how to book a personal reading with me. And follow me over on Instagram, guys. But yeah, let's get into your oracles. Building blocks that came out earlier too. Yeah, and that to me goes with the Knight of Pentacles. And this can also be building blocks as in building up a wall against your spirit. Yep, Between Worlds and one more, By the Book. This is the same energies that came out earlier, but Between Worlds and By the Book. You're taking the steps that are necessary, right? You're evolving to move into this different path. That's why I'm like, Scorpio, you guys are laying a foundation. You guys are laying a foundation towards whatever it is that you want to move towards. And you don't have to do it alone. It's kind of what I'm getting. You really don't have to do it alone. You're transitioning, right? We have this number 3 here. Again, we have the Empress. So it's about coming into partnership. You know, it's always the Son, the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit, right? So it's about coming into that 3, that the mystery faith, the trifecta, right? And so understanding your divine masculine energy, your divine feminine energy, and putting both of those towards creating something that is otherworldly, okay? And you guys are laying that foundation brick by brick in order to step into this beautiful new transformation. I feel like you're coming out of the dark and stepping into the light. That's why I said you've done this whole gray cloud thing. You've done it. You've done it. It's no longer, you no longer have to be a martyr, Scorpio. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Everybody's been getting the same cards. One more card for Scorpio, please. Whoops. Got quite a few. Oops. Okay. All right. So we have step out of your comfort zone. And this has been a theme throughout all the water sign readings, honestly. And take time to breathe out. So that now's not the time to worry, all right? If you stick in that 4 of Wands energy, I'm at that 4 of Swords energy, excuse me, which is about reflection and pause after a 3 of Swords moment, then you can continue to stay there, but it has to be in order to relax, not to continue to punish yourself. I cannot stress that enough, okay? You should be done with the lessons. Everybody's starting at 0. It's Scorpio season, all right? And that's all about transformations, rebirth. So you of all people should be stepping into this Scorpio season as if it is your new year. This birthday for you is a new year. It's a new energy, a new attitude. And you have to embrace that fully. And that includes leaving past mistakes behind and forgiving yourself so you're more confident in how you move forward, all right? Because we have hold your vision, and your commitment is being tested. And there we go with that fixed energy, is what I kept saying, okay? That's what I'm just sensing. Like, this is just a time for you to evolve. And it's more difficult, right? Between worlds. It's more difficult for fixed signs to evolve. Not impossible. It's just like you're very comfortable in where you are. But step out of your comfort zone. You know? And this is, I think that this Hold Your Vision and your commitment is being tested to, are you actually going to do what you set out to do? Are you going to be the person that you set out to be? And I'm sure that that person included, for a lot of you, it included being a strong business partner, a strong romantic partner, you know. But if you're deciding to cut yourself off from both of those things, then you'll never really be the person that you fully want to be. You'll end up looking back on it and being like, man, I kind of punked out, you know, by not opening up. I protected myself so much that I ended up blocking, right, this evolution and this progress. Okay, so I do say, go back to who you dreamed yourself to be, Scorpio, and take all of those into consideration. Take all aspects of who you dreamed yourself to be into consideration, and leave behind, you know, those negative things, and just understand that they were all lessons for you to truly be that person. It's not failure. It's just a matter of growth. Okay, it was not failure, is what I just heard. All right, and the last card we're going to get from the Animal Oracle, and then I will let you go. Thank you so much for joining me. Two. This has been such a calm deck day for this deck. Normally it flies out, but it's been real calm. Oh, I love this. Oh, I love this for Scorpio. All right, so we got Ego Mastery. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. All right? Let go of the past and soar. That's all I have to say. Let go of the past and soar. All right? You've mastered it. You've mastered this chapter. Be confident in that, because it's time for you to inspire the world. You got bigger fish to fry than to beat yourself up over something that, like, is over. It's done. I can't. I'm sorry I'm being so strict, but like, it's just like, it's over. You can't turn back now. So there's no point. It's just accepting it and trying not to make that mistake again in the future. All right, so that is what I got for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in back with me. I appreciate you so much. Again, please do not forget to check out the description box below on information how to book a personal reading with me, and also follow me on Instagram. Thank you for your continued support, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace. Until next time, Scorpios.